93 WIBC. It is Terri, Stacy. I still love using a date planner. So when I saw the 2022 At Ease Nature Platoon date planner that is filled with spectacular photographs of nature, I wanted to find out more about it. So with us now is the Vice President of the Will County Audubon Society and At Ease photography instructor, as well as photography tour leader, Navy veteran Greg DuBois, along with Jessica Klinge. She is a veteran program specialist with Brushwood Center at Ryerson Woods. Thank you both so much for joining us today. I'm going to start with Jessica. The 2022 At Ease Date Planner featuring photographs that were taken by United States military veterans and family members through Brushwood Center's At Ease Nature and Art Platoon. I just want to know more about this program to start off. Tell us about it.
So the program, so Brushwood Center, for those who aren't familiar, we're located in Lake County Forest Reserve, 500-acre preserve called the Ryerson Woods, and we're a small nonprofit. And so we do programming to connect many people through nature, through art, through photography, and I manage the veteran program. So we do programming for veterans to improve their wellness and just connect them to nature, through hiking, photography, through art programs like nature-based art programs, kayaking. So yeah, we're looking to expand our programming more in the future.
Give us a little bit of history of the Midewin National Tallgrass Prairie. When you venture through, what does it feel like for you?
Oh, well, it's definitely a very beautiful area. I know Veronica would know more about the specific history, but it did used to be an Army facility. And so there's actually Army barracks there that when we go through the tour, you can actually see like multiple Army barracks.
Veronica Hinke is here too.
Good morning, Terri.
Good morning. Tell us a little bit about the history of Midewin.
Well, this was the Joliet Arsenal, and in increments since 1996, land where the arsenal was active is being transferred from the U.S. Army to the USDA Forest Service. And so far, 18,500 acres have been transferred. 30 miles of non-motorized trails are all part of the vision and plan that the Illinois Land Conservation Act is what established Midewin National Tallgrass Prairie. And recreation was one of the key things that was intended to be the focus of the land transformation and the land transfers. And so 30 miles of trails, there's a lot of restoration activity happening here, so you'll get to see some of the restored prairie. It's pretty amazing to see, especially when you think of the diminishing habitat for pollinators and like monarch butterflies and so forth, and birds.
Two of the photographs in this planner I was talking about in the 2022 At Ease Date Planner were taken by Greg DuBois, who we introduced you to the beginning, a Navy veteran. How long did you serve in the Navy, sir?
Oh, Terri, I served for 8.5 years.
And is photography something that you loved even before your service in the Navy?
You know, it was. It was never a major interest back in those days. And I'm talking about I joined the Navy in 1977, so it's been a few years ago. But it was always sort of an interest that simmered below the surface. And I took pictures of family vacations and family gatherings and holidays and that type of thing. But it was never something that was like a mainstream kind of a interest to me until later in life.
This Brushwood Center's At Ease Nature and Art Platoon was designed for you in particular. I mean, it's for guys and gals like you, veterans. How do you describe it?
Well, it's an excellent program, not only for the physical and mental well-being of veterans, but it also serves to nurture an interest in nature as well, and an expression of feelings and an expression of artistic abilities by these veterans. So it's like a multifaceted program in addition to instilling an interest in nature. So it just hits a lot of the check boxes, I think.
Greg's photo of a bison on the Henslow Trail is on the cover of the 2022 At Ease Date Planner, and his photo of a field sparrow is the featured photo for the month of, I guess probably it's a Miss or Miss January, if you will. I don't know how do you tell males and females and birds, but now that we all think we're photographers, since we have cameras on our phones, I think we can understand how difficult it is to get the money shot, especially when it comes to taking pictures of nature, such a challenge. Is nature your favorite subject to photograph?
It absolutely is, Terri. I've always had an interest in wildlife, in nature and birds. And photography has been the marriage of photography and nature. I mean, it just hit the bullseye right on the target, if you know what I mean. It allows me to be in nature and to try to capture those critical moments in nature and to be able to share that with others.
How long did it take you when you're doing these two shots, your total amount of time spent getting these two shots, would you think?
Well, those were actually sort of spontaneous shots. It wasn't that I was trying to get those particular shots. There was a time in December of last year where over the bison pasture, there were quite a few short-eared owls that were foraging. They were foraging over that bison pasture, and it actually created quite a stir with birders and nature photographers. There were quite a few people out there with really big lenses and a lot of very expensive equipment getting shots of those short-eared owls, which I got some shots as well. But both of the pictures that are in this planner were while I was out there getting shots of the short-eared owls. The bison happened to be walking toward me in that afternoon light, because that's when the owls come out, is right there at sunset. And then on another trip, as I was walking back to the parking lot, that field sparrow was kind of hopping around in that shrub right by the parking lot, and gave me an opportunity to get a shot of him as well.
That's awesome. Well, back in October, Greg, you led a group of participants on a photography tour through Midewin National Tallgrass Prairie. Some were experienced, some were not. What benefits did you personally receive on that day and see among the participants?
There were a lot of benefits, Terri, and I have to say it was a lot of fun. And of course, being 65 years old, there were I certainly got to hang out with a lot younger people, and they brought kids along with them. So it was a very family oriented kind of an outing. We had things in common, but a lot of the people, because they're city and suburb people, didn't have a lot of experience with outdoors, and specifically Midewin. And it was just a really cool opportunity for me to share what I know about Midewin and Tallgrass Prairie and about the arsenal history. It was just a really cool outing, and I can't wait to do it again.
Jessica, is there anything you'd like to add? And also, if folks would like to get involved in Brushwood Center's At Ease Nature and Art Platoon at Midewin National Tallgrass Prairie, tell them where they can get more information.
So you can definitely find more about the At Ease program on our website at brushwoodcenter.org. Midewin Tallgrass Prairie's website has that actual download planner that you can actually download. And so definitely, and you can also, go to our website, brushwoodcenter.org, sign up for our newsletter, and we definitely have all the future events that we will have for veterans and their families, always on our e-blast and our newsletters. So the only thing I'll add, with the event that I arranged with the help of Greg, it was also in partnership with veteran service organizations that we're trying to outreach to. Like I said, we're trying to build our partnership. So it's Mission Continues. That's a national veteran organization that has a chapter here in Chicago. And like Greg said, it was a really great opportunity because a lot of those individuals were more, lived most of their life like in the city, hadn't really had a chance to, get connected more outdoors. And they came to me, and because I'm friends, I'm also a veteran and Army reservist, so I'm friends with, I volunteer with this organization, Mission Continues, and they came to me like, well, we really want to get my family and all of our friends outside. So we arranged it, and we're definitely looking forward to doing it more again next year. So and so we were able to bring them out, and they're very appreciative, and so it was a really great event. And I hope more people can learn about our programs, and we can build it up and expand it more throughout Chicagoland.
Me too. And Jessica, just want to mention to you, I did not know you were a veteran. Which branch of the military service were you in?
So I'm an Army reservist, so I'm still in actually for 21 years.
Well, we appreciate you. We appreciate you, Jessica, and Greg DuBois. Thank you for your service as well.